Daniel sucks dick. What a horrible face. What a horrible face to make. I got 5 questions I'm going to answer because I haven't been on like the last days. And so I'm going to go ahead and tell you about stuff. Well, first, a quick rundown. For the last 4 days, I've been doing set construction and working on lines and blocking and stuff for the play I'm in, so I haven't had a lot of time because I've been hanging out with people for a million years. Yeah, now I'm going to read the questions. First question. Please tell me you will talk about the Misha cult that I was swept into. That is from Kawaii Villain of the TARDIS. Used to be a person, now more so just a fandom blog, because you know we need more fandom blogs. We need more people who only post about the same 5 goddamn television shows in a consecutive line, because we all love them so much. No. Apparently for April Fool's, Tumblr, everybody on Tumblr, because everyone's the same 2 teenage girls, decided that everything was going to be about Misha Collins. And if you don't know who Misha Collins is, he plays Castiel in Supernatural. Castiel is a very good character in the show. I like him a lot. But what they did was they pretty much just put his face on a bunch of stuff and made a bunch of dumb jokes. And then, of course, like every fucking Tumblr post has, that somebody that says, OMG, I'm dying. I'm dying, because that's so funny. Just look at all the posts. Look at any fandom post, you'll see it. You're like, oh, I'm dying, or I couldn't scroll past this without... You know, it's really... Tumblr is pretty much the bulletins that they used to have on that side of the screen on MySpace. That's all Tumblr is. Tumblr is MySpace bulletins, the thing. And, oh man, people are so annoying. But I do like Misha Collins, so it wasn't that bad. And as it being a cult... I don't think, really, it only lasted a day. It'd be pretty hard for a cult to, like, get a whole bunch of people in a day and get them all to, you know, kill themselves. But, if you were going to do it, that'd be a good way. Popular TV show. Second one, talk about all of the Charlies I know of. My grandfather's name is Charles. Is it Charles or Charlie's? Charlie's. Ooh. I only know one Charlie, and that is for my friend Kevin. It is his father, and he doesn't like me because I didn't call him Mr. Upchurch. I called him Charlie, and he got real upset about it because I called him by his name. But some old people are just douchebags like that. You know, because it's so hard when you're meeting people's, like, parents and stuff, because you never know when you meet them if you're supposed to be, like, you know, really respectful and be like, oh, Mr. Osniff, what a lovely home you have. But there are some people who hate that. There are some people who hate being referred to as Mr. because it's a sign of them getting old. Like, I've met lots of girls whose mothers are like, oh, just call me Donna. And I'm like, your name's Michelle, but okay. And so, you know, they just don't like being called Ms. or Mrs. or any of that stuff because they don't want to be treated like they're old. They just want to be part of the group. So it's really difficult. If you had to commit suicide, how would you do it? I've thought about this thousands of times. I think about this every day. I think about ways to kill myself. But if I had to do it, there are 2 ways. It'd be shooting myself in the face because I feel like that would be the easiest. But it would be, it would either be during a game of, like, Magic at my house with some friends, and then, like, they want to play a card. They're like, oh, I'd like to play Sun Titan of the Infinite, or, you know, Phyrexian Reborner, or a Forest, and I'd just be like, if you play that card, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face, and they'd be like, yeah, funny joke, and then they put it down, and right when they put it down, bang, because they won't be expecting me to actually blow my fucking head off. Alternatively, I do the same joke for a Nitwit show. I do improv comedy, and I feel like that'd be a pretty good way to end a joke, or end a scene. Is just be like, oh, we're done talking? Alright! And then the bullets collide inside of my head, and then they tap, and then they go blow out the front and the back, because they're not going to go back that way. So that's how I would do it. What is my favorite sex position? This is an unfortunate question, because there are really only 2 choices for me. I'm not a very experienced lover. I've had sex in totality, well, That's not true. In the first relationship I was in, I had sex a lot. Like, upwards of 80, 90 times. But I was very young at the time and didn't necessarily know that there were too many options for things you could do. So I have been sticking primarily with missionary and then doggy style on the times when I'm feeling adventurous. So therefore, I guess I'm gonna go with doggy style or something. Maybe. Because as I was saying, I really don't know from personal experience what other ones I can do or have been able to perform. Because I'm not a have had sex a lot kind of guy. But if you're willing to teach me a thing or two, please send me a lot of helpful information via my Tumblr message box. Because I don't want to actually have sex with anybody because I'm afraid I will underperform and come like this. Woo boy. I'm in a good mood, and I'll tell you why. This video is going to be longer than 5 minutes, obviously. I just finished Season 7 of Supernatural. And thank God, that's the worst season of that show ever. Spoiler alerts, by the way. Here they come. Basically all that happens in Season 7, Castiel becomes God for like a second. Because that's like really fucking cool. He's like, I'm gonna be Castiel and be real neat. Then he quits and he dies and he goes into... Oh, excuse me. He goes into the water. Big old black bubbly look. And then they're like, oh, what is this creature? Leviathan. Nobody gives a fuck about Leviathans. And then, so, you know, Leviathans are all running around, and then Sam and Dean are like, oh, Leviathan, wowee! And eventually they try to stop it. Try to stop Leviathans. Of course, things go crazy. Oh, and Sam's doing this thing where he sees Lucifer all the time because he was trapped in a hellbox or something. And then, so, you know, but it's a Sam story arc, so nobody gives a fuck, because Sam sucks. And so, you know, so Sam's being useless, Dean's trying to get things done and be helpful. Bobby gets shot in the head and dies. And then so Bobby and Castiel are both out of the show. They're just not in the show for like 6, 7 episodes. It is so boring. Nothing good happens at all. Leviathans bib themselves and they eat themselves. It's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. And it's so stupid. And then Felicia Day shows up. I'm not going to get into that because I could make a whole 20-minute video about how awful she is. I'm not going to get into it. But I finished it, thank God. And now I can start on Season 8, which I know will be better than Season 7 because Season 7 is without a doubt the worst. Aside from Season 1. Anyway, next question. A man, a woman, an angel, a demon, and an alien all want to sleep with you. Which two are you going to sleep with and have the time of your life? Alright, so there's a man, a woman, an angel, a demon, and an alien. And they all want to sleep with me. Which two am I going to sleep with? Well, that's a good question. Thing is, obviously, with a man and a woman, it would be a devil's threesome. And I don't want to do one of those because a demon's already a choice. Alternatively, if I want to go with the other joke, I could go with a demon, a woman, and myself and have an actual devil's threesome. I feel like a woman and an angel would be kind of boring. I feel like angels are kind of prudish when you're trying to have sex with them. I'm sure they're like, oh, well, I don't know about that kind of sex. I'm pretty sure it was forbidden in the Bible. And then I think demons would be far too into things that I'm either not capable of doing or comfortable with. Like eating a smiled child, like eating a little aborted fetus baby, and then trying to give head to some kind of rancor looking monster from the depths of hell. Well, wait, well, where is the location? Because that really makes a huge difference. Not an alien. I'm not gonna have sex. I don't know anything about aliens. I know lore about angels and I know lore about demons. Don't know lore about aliens. Too many different kinds of lore on aliens. I don't want to. You know what? I'm actually so boring that I would probably go Angel and Woman. I'd go Angel and Woman, like, in all honesty. But if it was to have the time of my life, like the most actual exciting, I'd pick a demon and an alien. Because I can only imagine that being terrible. But it would be